It's only been 7 days in 2025, and it already feels completely unreal. I was down with a pretty nasty flu for the last few days, and I was like, you know what? It's the beginning of the year, very quiet, nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna take it easy, just lie down, rest. What can happen with the first week of 2025, right? How wrong was I? I mean, literally, I'm waking up this morning and I see headlines all over the internet saying the Andrew Tate is going to be the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. And it's like, for real. Have we all lost our minds completely as a country, as a nation? Or are we fighting for our freedom like we never thought before? Or at least not for the last 50, 60, 70 years. Are we lost? Or there is a hope? I have some ideas. Okay, first, let's address the obvious. Is Andrew Tate qualified to be a PM? It depends who you ask, right? Maybe not so. However, honestly, how many of our past PMs, and we've had them so many over the last few years, were really qualified? When was the last time we saw some really qualified politician in power in our country, in this government or the previous government? I can't remember. And although I don't, follow every single politician and all the politics every day, but yet I have to hear about some really qualified person doing their job as a politician, right? So having Andrew Tate as an MP and saying, oh, he's not qualified, I would probably be a little bit like, okay, so what? Like, yeah, I can just throw the stone into a parliament and there would be like every second one of them would be unqualified, I would imagine. But that's not the case, right? That's not the main thing. The main thing is, how is it even possible to have this kind of narrative come up to a mainstream media so rapidly out of nowhere? Now, love him or hate him, but Andrew Tate, he knows how to stir some real topics where it's going to make, put him all in the middle of, of the screen, put all the attention on himself. He's great in this. You have to admit, there's not many people out there on the internet who can do it as well as he can. Again, it's not my personal, opinion about the man. I don't have an opinion about him, to be fair. But I see him all the time, every time, even though I'm not even following him. I'm not that much interested about him and what he's about to say or, what he does in his life. None of it. It's not my thing. I see him all over the place. So for me, this is a great lesson in persuasion and how to sell yourself if you believe in what you're doing. And clearly, at least he believes in it financially, right? At least he does it for money and he's good at this. So somehow, Andrew Tate managed to end up all over the internet, all over the media, saying that he's going to be an next PM and he's going to have the a bruff political party in the UK, and it stands, I can't remember what it stands for. Bruff, what does it stand for? Oh, there you go. Britain Restoring Underlying Values Party with Andrew Tate. Right, okay, I don't think he might be the best candidate in terms of his qualification, but we had not acknowledged that this doesn't matter. But what we definitely should agree on, especially as entrepreneurs, is the man knows what the real currency of today's internet and the world is, and it's an attention. I keep talking about this, but obviously I'm nowhere near to be as famous as Andrew Tate, and thankfully, I'm really thankful. But he knows what the real currency of today is in attention. And he knows how to put himself in the middle of your screen, of your feed on Twitter, on LinkedIn, wherever, right? Anywhere. You can't ignore him. Now, before we dive even deeper, let's take a step back and let's look at the announcement itself. Like, regardless of if he's serious, and he says he is, or it's just a PR stunt, it's a pure genius what he's done. Okay, so he's used the current very, very bad political situation for current prime minister and the government and the Labour government and all these people there doing, whatever. You can see everybody's talking about it on the internet, right? And Andrew Tate used it in the best, most genius way he could possibly can, again, to put himself in front of everyone, to steer controversy and to just be the topic, just be the, the viral thing everybody wants to talk about. I see personally, this is not about the politics maybe necessarily, and I will tell you in a second, the next point, why I think so, and why I think Andrew Tate misread the room a little bit, and it's even more funny. But I think it's about influence and power. He's actually flexing to the whole world how powerful the man is, and we hear it all the time. Him telling how he's top G, right? The alpha male, all this stuff, which I'm not biggest fan of, but I personally see a little bit, got different values, and I would say being alpha means completely different in my opinion. But he keeps talking about this, and at the end, he comes in and he just throws this move, the best marketing move ever, and he becomes the most relevant person on the internet within seconds. That's the power. That is a real power and real influence. You have to understand it. Regardless of what you think about a man, if you like him or not, this is a non-native entrepreneur community channel. So I'm talking about, social and problems we see in every day as well, of course, but I'm trying to look at from the business angle and the business person's angle. I think he's a genius in persuasion marketing and making sure he's relevant in front of everyone. And that's the real power in today's world. So just accept this guys. The guy has got real power, and I won't be surprised if he will become a prime minister sooner or later. And the last one, I think the most funny thing for me is, and I'm really looking forward to see how this plays out, is how Andrew Tate, who is currently an immigrant living in Romania, going to fight the government here in the UK, where he himself was accused of some similar, at least partly, some of it, similar things to what the current government is being accused by people in the UK, which allowed Andrew Tate to bring all this broth party and him as a prime minister to life and actually be real, right? I mean, there's like some conflicting things here happening, and I saw already people are talking about this. But let's see. I'm really looking forward to see what's going to happen out of it. What I can tell you for sure, again, is it has been an absolute genius move from his side as a marketing, as a business guy. I think he will cause a lot of trouble to the current political system parties if things go ahead. Maybe not necessarily who will become a prime minister, and maybe it's a good thing, but we'll see. I don't know these things for sure. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, please leave me a like, consider subscribing to my channel, and please let me know what you think. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? Is he going to be a prime minister or not? Shall we have him as a prime minister or not?